Hi, and welcome to the Maestro Studio Ensemble Learning Series. I'm Albert from Stratison, and I will be your tour guide. In this module, you will learn how to transform the results of the ArmApiControl and GraphApiControl by applying sorting and other transformations, so that they can be used by other UI definition controls like DropDowns and Radio Buttons. API Studio, a built-in REST API tool inside Maestro Studio, enables quick validation of ARM or MS Graph APIs. Using ARM APIs in the ArmApiControl requires composing UI expressions that reference functions for dynamically retrieving the currently selected subscription and resource group. API Studio facilitates composing ArmApiControl instances for the API you're testing by providing an ArmApiControl widget you can drag from API Studio onto the Visual Designer. In addition to that, API Studio provides examples for most of its built-in API templates. Those examples also have widgets, usually drop-down or text box controls, that can be dragged and dropped on the Visual Designer. They come pre-wired to the ArmApiControl so that the result is a working combo that is ready to preview. Let's launch API Studio inside the Visual Designer and see it in action. We are given the option to start immediately with an example that calls the ArmAPI for retrieving the Azure locations. We can see the Azure location metadata under the Response Sections Body tab. Let's drag the ArmApiControl widget onto the designer. Let's also drag the drop-down sample. Let's preview. Notice how the drop-down has the Azure location names, but they are displayed in a random order. Let's take a look at how we can improve that. Let's check the settings of the ArmApiControl we just dropped. Notice how the transforms text box is already populated with a James path query that includes the sort by function on the display name of the Azure locations. Let's edit the dropdown so it can reference the sorting transform. We'll edit the dropdown's allowed values expression in the Visual Expression Editor. To use the transform, we'll replace the value property with the transformed property. The Visual Editor provides us with the options available so that we don't make a typo. Since we are using the transform, which also formats the label and value properties of the dropdown allowed values, we can replace the dropdown's allowed values expression with just the transform. Let's apply the expression changes. And let's preview the updates. Et voila, the dropdown now shows the Azure location sorted. We've seen how API Studio removes the friction that currently prevents wide use of the powerful ArmApiControl and GraphApiControl, which help extend the capabilities of UI templates. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please click on the like button. Don't forget to check out Ensemble at stratison.com/ensemble. I'll see you again in another module of this series. Bye for now.